Hi guys, I am Marina Emdrim with Arkansas Emdrim. Thank you so much for watching. Today I am with a very special guest. Please let them know your name.
Gina Allgaier, and I'm the executive director of a grassroots organization here in Arkansas called Speak Up About Drugs.
Awesome. And we have just met actually right here at the Clayton School, so it's an impromptu interview, but we are super excited because we're going to learn all about what you guys do, how you can help us. So please tell us more, how did it start, how long have you guys been here, how can we help you, and how can you help us?
Well, thank you very much for offering to interview me. I appreciate it. Our organization started 2 years ago. In 2017, I lost my oldest son, Tristan Thomas, to a drug overdose. Thank you. He was 21, as I said, and he started out, as a typical kid, just full of life and energy, really smart, loved mountain biking. He was a really active kid. He loved to wakeboard and snowboard, had a lot of friends, a beautiful girlfriend, made good grades in school, played basketball, basically grew up in the church and on the ball field. But when he was in high school, he started smoking marijuana, and that quickly led to buying Adderall from friends and then buying Xanax. And so he became addicted, the addiction spiraled. He ended up, dropping out of school. He couldn't maintain a job. He lost his relationships with girlfriends and friends. And it just, everything just spiraled out of control. And when he died, he had bought cocaine, and the cocaine was unknowingly laced with fentanyl. And so after that happened, we decided to start Speak Up About Drugs because we wanted people in our community and in Arkansas to know about the dangerous, the highly addictive, and the deadly drugs on the street today. We wanted to help educate people. We wanted to help prevent young people from ever trying drugs in the first place. And we wanted to, help people get into and stay in recovery.
Yes.
And so that's why we're here.
It's amazing. Well, I'm so sorry for your loss. And it's really amazing how you're using your story of strength, I wouldn't say it's of pain, of strength, to turn it around into something, help millions of people. So thank you so much for that. And I really commend you for being so strong and get out on the other side and using your experience to help somebody. So it's really amazing. I can feel your passion, and I've just met you.
Right. Well, I think that's what it is, right? I mean, Tristan, I always say he lived more in his 21 years than some people live when they're 80. He was passionate about life. He taught me, and I think his friends, a lot about this addiction space. And so when he died, I wanted to take that. I wanted his story to continue. I also wanted to heal myself.
Yes.
And then that turned into, I wanted to help other people every day. Because this is the only place that I feel happy, and seeing lives saved, seeing lives transformed, that's a lot to be passionate about. So every time our group is able to save a life, to help get somebody into recovery, to help somebody turn their life around, to quit using, and to be able to find their passions, whether it's biking, hiking, kayaking, cooking, art, and connecting with sober peer communities. When we're able to help people do that and really turn their lives around, it is exciting, and it is something to be passionate about. And it doesn't help the pain go away. It's not going to bring our son back, or any of the children of all the families that are a part of our organization bring their children back. But it just allows us to take this pain that we've suffered and be fueled by this passion to help other people, and know that we are making a difference, and that their lives mattered. Their life mattered, and their death mattered, and their story will continue on. And so
you're you're building their legacy that will last forever. They've already built a legacy, but you just help continue that.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I feel like it gives you life.
It does. Yeah, it does. Losing a child or a loved one, anytime and in any way, but especially to something like this, it's just heartbreaking. It's soul shattering. and to heal from this is really next to impossible. But again, helping other people, I think, at least for myself, and it seems for others in our organization, really does help heal. And so, we talk a lot about hope and healing. Hope, a platform of hope where we're helping other people every day, and of healing where we're healing other people, but we're also healing ourselves. And so I love the things that we're doing. We're supporting victims of crime, victims who have been affected by the like I said, very addictive and deadly drugs on the street today. We're also helping people achieve well-being, and so we've created a platform. It's called Spark, and basically it's about creating sober peer communities, and again, like helping people learn how to improve their coping skills, how to deal with anxiety and stress, and make healthy decisions, and then helping them find their passions. And it's just great. It's fantastic to see people come into their own and find their passions. We had a young lady the other day that was struggling with this, and she just really she didn't have a community really to relate to, and so we started talking about what she might like to do and what she might like to be involved in, and I asked her if she wanted to box.
Oh.
So boxing.
Yeah.
And so her eyes just lit up. And so I took her to a boxing gym where we have this amazing man who really helps youth and adults build their confidence and gets them into boxing and just helps strengthen them not only internally but mentally as well. And so this young lady, we got her into boxing, and she is just having a ball.
Yeah.
And a few weeks later, she's doing great, and so we pray that continues. But it's really exciting to see.
It's awesome, and it looks like it's very rewarding for you.
Yes.
And it looks like it gives you purpose.
Yes.
And I'm just happy for you that you were able to come out on the side and use your story to help people. So thank you so much for doing it. I love it. And you guys, we can talk for hours. How can people find you, and how can we help? How can you help us?
Well, we do have a website. It's speakaboutdrugs.org. There's lots of great resources on our site. We also have a new 1-866 number, and people can reach out if they're needing to find some resources. We're happy to help make those connections and help people in that process.
Free or
It's free. It's free, and I'll actually answer. So if you call, I'll answer. And when we were struggling with this with our son, I didn't know who to call. I didn't know where to call. We didn't have resources. And to call and have a parent on the other end or an individual on the other end who has dealt with this with a child or with a loved one, and to be able to talk to somebody and then have them, kind of help guide you to, for my loved one, this is what's going on, this is what we think would help them, and help make those connections to the right, treatment or the right programs. That's what we're real excited about doing. So we're just starting that. We've been able to help about 15 individuals so far. So now we're going to
15 lives.
15 lives.
That's amazing.
15, and so we're actually now going to launch this and advertise it so that people know about it, and we're going to start doing that. We are starting some support groups in the area, across the state, and a statewide coalition of parents and partners who want to get out and make a difference. And so, again, www.speakaboutdrugs.org. You can find us on Facebook at Speak Up About Drugs and on Instagram as well.
Yeah. So is this based on in Little Rock?
We are in Northwest Arkansas, but we work across the state, and we have families that participate with us and work with us across the state. And it's a statewide effort. And so we're very excited to be able to bring the service, to the state. And
you never know, maybe nationwide one day.
Who knows, but that's a goal. But we'll start with the state of Arkansas. And, Arkansas is actually the #2 overprescribed state in the country. And we actually have one of the highest rates. It used to be #1. I hope that's not the case anymore, but one of the highest rates of youth in the country, I think ages like 12 to 17, who misuse prescription drugs. And so it's just so important that we get out there and help reverse these trends and reverse these numbers. And, just help people find their passions and live their healthiest lives.
Awesome. And so you help all ages?
All ages.
And all starters, all genders, anybody you guys need help, and
Anybody.
I assume you can, keep it all anonymous. And
Right, absolutely. Anonymity, confidentiality, and in youth are where we do a lot of our work, but it is also adults and it's elderly too. We have had calls where someone has said, my elderly parent was prescribed certain pills for a surgery usually, and now they've just continued this pill seeking behavior, and they're they're misusing their prescription drugs, and we think they're addicted. What do we do? It affects all ages, and sadly with the high death rates in the country of young adults, especially ages 21 to 35, there are now a lot of grandparents who are also having to raise their grandchildren because their own children have fallen into addiction and or have lost their lives to overdose, and so helping that population as well is really important.
You must be so strong. I just want you to know you're so strong, and I thank you so much for doing it. It's definitely not a job and a calling, and I can feel that you can do this 24/7.
Right, I definitely
like
can.
if somebody calls you and say, "Hey, somebody is struggling, can you help?"
Right, we're gonna answer that phone.
You know what I mean?
2 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So I thank you so much. I feel like we just connected. It was not an accident.
Right.
And I hope that we continue kind of following each other, and you never know, maybe work together. But again, I want to thank you so much for your time today, for what you do, for sharing your story. And I commend you for recovering so well and using your story to help others. So thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you
Can I give you
very
a hug?
much.
I usually don't give hugs on the interviews, but you touched my heart today.
I got a hug.
You touched my heart today.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.